The extreme pain of hunger is beyond understanding for those who have never felt it. Yet, it is a misery that the children of Gambia have to endure almost daily. Gambia's poor, homeless, and orphaned youngsters are forced to search for food in rubbish every day in order to survive. Instead of merely being upset about their condition, there's something more you can do for them. This year, Sense Islam is thrilled to announce our partnership with the Spot Project to make a difference in the lives of hungry children in Gambia. As we prepare to celebrate Eid al-Adha, we invite you to join hands with us in this noble endeavor. Your generous donation to Qurbani will directly contribute to providing these essential meals. Imagine the joy and relief your contribution will bring to a child and the immense reward you will earn in Jannah for this act of kindness. Let's make this Eid al-Adha truly special for the children in Gambia. Click the link in description box below to donate and be part of this heartfelt Qurbani campaign. Assalamu alaikum brothers and sisters, I hope you're well. We learn of countless atrocities motivated by greed on a daily basis due to one's own immoral desire or passion or a desire for wealth or fame. The primary drivers of criminal activity are twofold. First, desire, and second, not having fear of anyone. However, have you ever encountered someone who is frightened of breaching Allah's limits, both in public and privately, and who has no connection to any earthly treasures? Will such crimes ever come into existence if the world gets filled with such people who follow the commands of Allah instead of following their heart's desires? The question of whether Andrew Tate misses his days as a total drinker and haram addict came up recently.
I have a coffee with my friends, I wash down some sparkling water. 2 years, not a drop. Not a drop. Can't be tempted, don't want it.
I know you miss it 1%.
Not at all. I'm on a different spiritual plane, tapped into a higher reality. I find my happiness and peace.
MashaAllah. Tate responded that he had not tasted alcohol since he joined the Islamic faith, which may have been more than 2 years ago, despite seeing others around him get extremely drunk. In response, the person posing the question stated that he was aware that Andrew might be longing for the times he used to drink, party, and engage in other activities. To his surprise, Andrew answered that wasn't the case at all for him, because he was now connected to a higher power and could only receive comfort and calm from the greater, all-powerful source. Put simply, he was saying that now he is a servant of Allah and has connected to the Almighty. He has no interest in these transitory worldly fancies. Now consider this for a moment, a person whose entire life, up until a few years ago, consisted solely of parties, haram relationships, alcohol, and anything else that Islam forbids is certainly devoid of all these things. And the person who was so immersed in them now has enough courage to not only dispel all his former actions, but also feel happy and extremely content for doing so. What's the big deal about quitting the haram lifestyle and not returning to it, you ask? Well, for someone who has spent their entire life in this atmosphere is a major thing. And since it is so difficult for individuals like him, how can they find motivation to not relapse into their former lives? It's because Allah provides them with the courage to do so. Allah alone detaches the heart of His loyal servant from worldly treasures and desires. So much so that the only thing that fills the heart of the believer with happiness and peace is the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "When Allah loves a servant, He protects them from the worldly life, just as one of you protects the sick from drinking too much water." The West is flooded with complaints about Islam, yet they have no answers for the growing number of atrocities that occur virtually daily. They are unaware that the primary causes of these acts are a disconnection from Allah and a passion for this worldly existence. They are unaware that Islam is humanity's only source of guidance and healing. If a person instills in his heart the fear of losing the love of Allah, he will automatically detach himself from all these desires, which leads a person to commit grave sins. Imagine a world free of greed and immoral desires, a world full of people who are afraid of breaking even a single law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A world in which everyone lives their lives solely for the purpose of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wouldn't that be the most beautiful place to live? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among those whose hearts are filled with the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ameen. That's it for today, brothers and sisters. I hope you liked the video. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. We would love to hear from you. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, share this video with your family and friends. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.